Triangle Pond Management. As a trusted pond management company, we provide quality maintenance and repair services for stormwater systems. However, there are also many things that you as a community can do to help set your pond up for success. The proper design and construction of an SCM is essential to the long-term functionality and aesthetic value of that system. It all begins in the developmental phase. It's imperative that the developer uses the appropriate mixture of soil on the perimeter of the slopes of the pond in order to establish the proper ground cover. Here's a case where the soil was left rocky and sandy and really not great for ground cover. The primary species that they have here is called Lespedeza, and that's an undesirable species to have as ground cover. It's likely that this community will struggle for years to come in order to get the proper ground cover established on this soil. Doing your due diligence as a community before a stormwater pond is turned over from the developer can significantly help reduce the number of issues you encounter in the future and save your community thousands of dollars. Ideally, the appropriate ground cover, sod being a preferred version, and the beneficial plants will be installed as early as possible in the pond in order to give them time to establish before the pond is turned over to the community. A really great thing to do to help set your pond up for success is to hire a third-party engineer to be present at the final conversion meeting between the developer and the city before the pond is turned over to your HOA. This engineer will look out for your interests and can point out any issues that they see to the city to make sure that the developer is held accountable for getting them done and taken care of before it becomes your responsibility. Another great way that you as a community can be involved in keeping your stormwater system functioning properly is to create a stormwater committee within your HOA with a delegate to come check the water level either during or after a storm. And be sure to let your pond management company know if the water level in the pond doesn't seem to be going down after a rain event. You should encourage your developer to begin implementing maintenance even before the ponds are fully completed. This helps ensure that the water is kept at a stable level so that the newly installed plants don't get drowned by high water levels, and to control nuisance vegetation from the get-go. A variety of native plants is much more effective at absorbing runoff and uptaking nutrients than a large swath of a manicured lawn. So stormwater devices often come with their own planting plans to have a thick border of vegetation around them, usually about 3 feet, and it's filled with beneficial native plants that will help uptake nutrients to prevent algae growth and also to just help remove pollutants from the water before it actually reaches the pond itself. You can apply this concept elsewhere in your community by installing native gardens or encouraging homeowners to plant more native vegetation in their yards. Since native species require less water and fertilizer than other species do, homeowners will save time and money by incorporating them into their landscaping while also helping to decrease stormwater runoff and algae growth. Pet waste introduces harmful bacteria and nutrients into ponds, so residents should be encouraged to clean up properly after their pets. It may be beneficial to install pet waste stations around your pond so that residents have easy access to properly throw the waste away. Green lawns are nice, but they also tend to lead to green ponds. Lawn fertilizer is one of the biggest sources of nutrients in stormwater devices. So as a community, you can ask your landscapers to limit the amount of fertilizers that they use and also to sweep blown fertilizer off of roads and sidewalks to make sure that those excess nutrients don't make it into the stormwater ponds and cause things like algae blooms. When grass clippings, fallen leaves, and other landscape debris are blown into storm drains or even directly into the pond, they can really cause some issues. They can clog up the orifice in the riser, which leads to high water levels, and they'll eventually break down into sediment. Now, while all ponds will naturally accumulate sediment over time, introducing landscape debris directly into the pond will cause that sediment to build up more quickly, meaning that you as a community will have to clean out your pond more frequently. When water sits stagnant in a pond, a lot of problems can arise. Mosquitoes will start breeding, you could probably get algae blooms, the water gets really hot, and overall it's just not great for the health of the system. To combat this, you can add a bottom aeration system. This is a system with diffuser plates that sit on the bottom of a pond with a pipe that runs all the way up to a pump on land. Air is pumped to the diffuser plates and then it bubbles up from the bottom, which circulates the entire water body and helps keep the water cool, the water moving, and prevents algae growth. We hope this gave you a better idea of what you as a community can do to help support your stormwater systems. If you have any other questions or if you're interested in maintenance or repairs, feel free to contact us at the information below. Thank you.